Hi everyone, this is Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and we are doing our September Life, Love, and Abundance Tarot and Oracle reading for all 12 astrological signs. And it's exciting because we are already in September, and I can't believe how fast the year has gone by. So I just want to send out a big thank you for all of those who actually watch the videos and like and subscribe and tune in every single month. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate the support that you give to me in this channel. So thank you. I also want to say that this is a general reading, so it cannot, of course, touch upon every single person's personalized situation. For that, I encourage and invite you to head on over to my website, abundantlifetarot.com, or to my Etsy store, which is Abundant Life Shop in Etsy, and you can definitely find a reading that is suited for your budget, suited for your needs, suited for your question. And I even have monthly tarot or oracle readings, similar to what I do with our monthly readings, but it would be personalized to you, not just, Aries. It would be to your situation. I say that because sometimes on occasion I'll get someone who will email me and say, well, well, what about this? Well, what about that? And I'm like, well, this is a general reading. This is for the collective who is watching this video. And it could speak to people on every single point that I mention in the videos, or it could speak to one or two things, or nothing at all. It just, this is a collective, or this reading is for the collective, not personalized. But I am very much able to give you a personalized reading. So reach out to me. Let's hook up. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy your reading. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a very blessed and very abundant September. Hello, Capricorns. This is your September Life, Love, and Abundance reading, and we're going to get right on into it. We're doing an Oracle and Tarot reading. All right, so first up, we're going to look at the overarching overall energies for the month of September for Capricorns who are watching this video. What do we have going on? Let's see. Nice. Okay, so I'll make sure I turn on my music. So we've got cleanse, dreams, seek, and growth. And so with cleanse, I get a sense that there's some old things that you need to cleanse, like in your home. There's, messes and clutter, and maybe boxes that need to be unpacked and put away for some. There's this sense that you need to clean out your car or your workspace. So don't fight that urge. Go ahead and cleanse, make room, because once you make room in your physical space and in your heart space, and you cleanse also your thoughts and your emotions, like if you've been having some negative thought patterns lately and you cleanse them, you will make room for old dreams that once lie dormant to finally be able to manifest and come to fruition and come on down into physical form and actually manifest, because you would have made physical and spiritual and emotional room for that manifestation to happen, for that dream to come true. You are seeking during this time. When I see this card, I think of the big seek, like seeking love, or not seeking love, but seeking like a job, or seeking, your car keys, or, seeking a location. And then there's the big seeking, the seeking your life purpose, the seeking the love of your life, the seeking a spiritual happening and growth. And I get a sense that you've got that going on this month, and you are growing as a result of it. So there's some beautiful energies happening for you, Capricorns, in the month of September. Relish in it, but definitely do your work of cleansing, and maybe making it a 30-day thing here of cleansing your emotional and physical spaces and mental spaces. It will serve you well. All right, from here on out, we're going to lay out the cards and then do the entire reading. So we're doing this from the Numinous Tarot. The first question we're looking at is, what will Capricorns be confronting in September in life, love, and or abundance? What will Capricorns? Okay. Okay, what tools will Capricorns be using and utilizing in the month of September? What tools? The Sun. And the outcome cards. What will be the outcome of the month? What will be the takeaways of the month for Capricorns? What will Capricorns be leaving behind in September and taking forward into October with them? What are the outcome cards for September in life, love, and abundance for Capricorns? And I'm going to scoot these up so we can make sure we can see everything. This month was quite expansive. Spirit had a lot to say to everyone, or at least a lot of cards jumped, and I just went with it. Yeah, that's cool. That is cool. Yes, you got some cool stuff happening. Some interesting stuff, but cool stuff nevertheless. All right, what do Capricorns need to surrender? What do they need to surrender? Surrender to rest and sleep. Not a bad thing to surrender to. Surrender low self-esteem. Okay. And abundance for the month of September for Capricorns. What's happening and what advice do you have? It is safe for you to receive. Beautiful. This is all forms of abundance. Oh, 3 cards. You're jumping. Face your financial fears and detox your friendships. Wow. Okay. That's interesting. Capricorns. Okay. And then finally, love for Capricorns who are single and in a relationship. What's happening in September and what advice do you have, Spirit? Wow, okay. You've got a lot going on, Capricorn. So I've got to figure out how I'm going to showcase all of these cards. Because there's a lot. I'll tuck you in there. And yeah, probably what I'll do is I'll just pick up the cards and show them to you. Since this is quite a big spread and I don't want to, yeah. Anyways, let's go. Okay, so just like what's being displayed here, it's almost demonstrated beautifully in the rest of the cards. We have the 10 of Tomes, which is traditionally the 10 of Pentacles. So this finds you, you know, for many of you, gainfully employed, happily employed, you know, have a home that you are proud of finally, that you have an environment that you're thriving in, that you feel like you have resources to tap into, and that, you know, at any moment you can have whatever it is that you need to make yourself happy and to make your family happy in terms of, you know, your financial resources. The 10 of Tomes is the 10 of Pentacles, and it's that financial fulfillment. It's finally happening, and it coincides beautifully with this card. It is safe for you to receive. The more you allow yourself to receive, Capricorns, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. Okay, and then also, this is going to probably speak to here, but we're going to talk about it right now, and we're going to talk about it in this moment too. Face your financial fears, Capricorns. When you are honest with yourself about your fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you will realize that you, in fact, have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released these self-doubts. Okay, so this is in the Tool position. This is the 5 of Tomes, the 5 of Pentacles. Financial fears for sure. You know, I get some sense that, you know, there's some little conflicts. Maybe there are conflicts at work. Maybe there are conflicts with your family or friends. Maybe it's a conflict within yourself. But it nevertheless makes you feel insecure. It makes you feel like you, at times, defeated. And you sometimes don't feel like you are financially secure, that things could fall away. You've got to cleanse those negative thought patterns. This is in the Tool position, so this tells me that you are going to recognize that this is an area of opportunity for you to release and let go. You need to release and let it go because these anxieties will come and go, but you have to always believe in your connection to infinite source, and that you are always loved and supported. Your situation, who you are, everything that is around you and what you see is all because of what you believe to be true. Not because it's reality. No, it is what you believe to be true. And the universe just forms to that. It's your world, baby. That's what it is. It's sometimes too much for us to even be able to conceptualize that. But it's the truth. It is the truth. You are the creator of candles. This month will find you really manifesting little dreams old dreams that were dormant inside of you that you didn't think were there, but now they're coming to fruition. You've been following your intuition. You've been seeking out what makes you truly happy and actually pursuing it. It's been a long haul and a long while since you've been able to do that, but finally you feel solid, you feel good. Some of you, have had to go through some trials and tribulations like in the past month and maybe in the beginning part of September. But as the time goes on, we've got the Page of Swords, or the Dreamer of Bells, where you start to get some clarity of thought around a situation, around a conflict, and you are now able to move forward in a new way towards a new beginning. Maybe it's now you have a solution to a work problem. Now you have a solution to a scheduling issue that you were having with your family. Now there's some solutions that are coming about. But at first, in the beginning part of the month, it doesn't feel like you can have the solutions. But again, you're the creator of candles. You are the creator of your destiny. Your dreams are now going to really start to come down and manifest and take hold. Also, we have the creator of vials. There's some love opportunities coming for you, for some of you. The creator of vials is the one who's the creator of love, the creator of balanced emotions, of sharing love, of creating love, of seeking out love and receiving it, and believe in following the intuition and being guided towards what feels most right, what feels most in alignment, and I'm going to go with that. I'm going to flow with that. If I'm in a relationship, I'm going to go with the flow, and things will come to me, and I will be in a beautiful receiving way. And I am the creator of vials. I nurture love. I make it where it's safe to be inside of me. And so I see this here in the healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So Capricorns, there's some opportunities to forgive your parents on old issues and new issues that may have come up. So there's some family healing going on that's going to happen in September, and you're going to have a new appreciation for your parents, or your parents are going to have a new appreciation for you, and it's going to cause some significant healing. And that's powerful for you. That helps bring in love for you. If you are single and you haven't been able to manifest love, this is a breakthrough month for you in September, because this means that once you heal these family issues, once you forgive your parents, once you forgive people who have trespassed you and truly forgiven and forgotten, then you're making room. You're cleansing and making room for your dream mate to come through. The dream mate that you seek will come through, and there will be growth in your life as a result of that. But you've got some things you're going to have to work on there. Okay, so let's talk about the tools that you have at your disposal. And again, throughout the month of September, I get a sense that the overall energies are going to be one of a healing vibe. It's not going to be tumultuous. It's not going to be a heavy vibe like maybe what you've been experiencing in the past. Sure, you will have little conflicts that spring up here and there, and also some inner conflicts going on. But ultimately, all throughout the month, I get a sense of immense growth, internal growth on your part, dreams growing, your spirituality growing, your love relationships growing, your friendships reconnecting and growing, things blossoming. But let's now discuss the tools that you have at your disposal. So we have the Sun card, remaining truly optimistic about what's going on. Even if things don't look so great or sunny, you have to still know that everything is unfolding for your highest good, and everything is unfolding as it should be and in its own divine timing. So why not enjoy your time anyway? Have a good time with your kids. Have a good time with your friends. Reconnect with friends. This being in the tool position tells me you will be doing this and you will be having good times as a result of it. And September will be a good month for you because you will bring optimism back into your life. And that will help be the nurturing nest for your dreams to manifest and grow. But along with that, you're going to have to surrender low self-esteem. You deserve success, love, and abundance, Capricorns. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. You're going to have to cleanse low self-esteem thoughts. You're going to have to cleanse and allow your body to cleanse each night by giving it plenty of rest and sleep. This is another tool for you. To prevent burnout, slow down. Honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. To rejuvenate, to cleanse, to purge the toxins of the day through sleep and rest. You're going to be an explorer of vials, pursuing loving connections, pursuing things that help bring emotional fulfillment. You will be actively going out and doing that, and then as a result of it, things will be coming up in love and life. Certainly things, for some of you who didn't have prospects initially, but September finds that there will be prospects for our single Capricorns coming up, so keep a lookout for that. Even if you weren't really thinking so much about dating, there will be potentially someone coming along, because we have here the Mystic of Vials, and there's a lot of Cups energy going on in your reading this month. So I don't know. I really get a sense that this calling in your soulmate for some of you really means we're calling in your soulmate. We have your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So those of you who don't have any prospects at the very moment, you healing family issues, you spending time working on your low self-esteem, cleansing out those negative thought patterns, those worries and fears about your financial life and your love life, and detoxing friendships and detoxing people that aren't really very healthy and very nice to be around. And you do that work, your soulmate is right around the corner. For many of you Capricorns, this is confirming that your soulmate is like right there. Someone right in your circle, right there, that you now just need to turn to. With that being said, though, and we'll talk more about, actually we won't go into the rest of it here, but we have the Retreat card, and we'll go more into this card in a moment. But in terms of a tool position, it is time to disconnect from the world. So in September, many of you will be retreating with your significant others, or if you're not in a relationship, you will be maybe having a quick getaway and going away, disconnecting. Even if it's a staycation, you guys will be disconnecting from the world and going within, and it'll be good for you. It'll help also do a further cleanse for you, so to speak, and it'll help to detoxify some friendships that don't feel so good or healthy toward, for you. So that's important. We talked about these cards, or did we? Let's talk about the detox your friendships. Your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending time. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. So have you started hanging out with folks who are a little bit on the negative side, maybe some negative coworkers, and maybe you haven't talked to some of your more positive friends in a while? Maybe it's time to give your positive friends a phone call or an email out and see how they're doing and touch base with them, because the friendships that you currently have could be definitely contributing to some anxieties that you're having, and you don't want that. You want to minimize that and to cleanse that from your life and cleanse out negative people from your life. And we did talk about this. We did. So anyways, and like I said, the cups energy or the vials energy is telling me that love is going to be a heavy influence, but not just romantic love, self-love and community love. The Mystic of Vials is at the helm of all kinds of love and in control, and at times can be a little, on the, love sick spectrum, but overall good intentions and gets the job done in terms of bringing emotional balance and fulfillment to the lives of themselves and to the lives of others around them. So I get a sense that there's definitely some soulmate connection energy happening this month for some Capricorns, some growth in that area, and it's quite beautiful, quite beautiful. The outcome cards, we have the Dreamer of Candles. The Dreamer, or the Page of Wands, is showing you like, wow, you are going out and doing things, maybe exploring little hobbies, hanging out with people who share certain, similar interests with you. Maybe you are just simply looking at things on the internet about different opportunities you want to explore. This also brings news of new opportunities that may be coming your way in terms of potential job opportunities or promotions, or in terms of new ambitions to pursue and to try out, or news of things that may be coming your way that you have the talents and abilities to accomplish and get it done. So there are some beautiful things happening and growing in your life right now and springing up in your life. So just be open and ready to receive. It is safe for you to receive. So remember that. Write that down, put it on your mirror. It is safe for you to receive. Sometimes you may seem to forget that, Capricorns, feeling like, if you receive it, it'll be gone tomorrow. Let those fears go, because they're not serving you. We have the Moon. And the Moon, you've got exposed, but exposed in a way where it's like the moonlight kind of spotlighting you for a moment, and then the shadows cast again, and you don't quite know what's going on. So in September, with the Moon energy going on, some things may not be so clear to you at the onset of the month, and it still may not be clear to you at the end of the month, and that'll carry on into October, some things will start to be illuminated to you. Things that you were seeking will start to become clearer to you, but it will be an all-month process and then some. So be patient with yourself. You know, with the moon energies, not everything is what it seems. So some things that you thought were one thing, or people you thought were one way, and it turns out that it's not. Just know that that's just what it's going to be for the next month or so. Don't beat yourself up too much about not knowing, you know, that this person is this or that, or this situation or this or that. Just be grateful that as the moonlight starts to, you know, the moon moves through the night, and as it moves across the sky, it's casting different shadows, and different things are illuminated as the month goes on. Different things will be illuminated to you, Capricorns, as things go on, but in a beautiful way. It'll be in a receiving kind of way. You're seeking and you are receiving that information. And then we have the Seven of Tomes, Seven of Pentacles. It's got you working, and at times you're like, what am I working for? I'm not quite sure yet. I'm just putting in my time, doing my time. What's happening here? And, you know, again, I get a sense that all of this is tied to the work, like these cards here, to the work front. But in the end, at the end of the month, you've got some kind of conflict that happens in the beginning of September. Then towards the middle of September, you've got some worries, some fears. And then by the end, you kind of come to a conclusion or a realization that, you know, I just got to put in my work. I put nose to the grindstone. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen from all this work, but something's going to happen, and it'll be all right. So there's going to be that realization for you. And then we have the Awakening card, which is traditionally the Judgment card, but I like that it's called the Awakening in this reading for you. Because again, remember how I was saying spiritually, this is the big seeking. You're doing that big seeking too. Maybe you find a new church home. Perhaps you find a new way of practicing meditation, or practicing your yoga, or practicing your affirmations. You have an awakening to how you can enhance your spirituality, how you can grow that area of your life. And when you finally tap into that, you end up growing so much in so many other areas, and immense hope comes in the Star card. Success and the new beginnings of success. A tide turning from things feeling negative and not with hope, to things having hope and turning a new leaf, because you are now having spiritual awakenings. It's quite beautiful and powerful. Let's take now a closer look at some of these other love cards before we wrap up the reading. So we talked about the retreat briefly. Again, you know, this could be speaking about an actual little vacation or staycation, going within with your partner. If you're not with a partner, just retreating, but a call to retreat, as saying, hey, this is going to help in your growth area, to pull back, go off social media for a little bit, go quiet for a little bit. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So if you're starting to date, just pay attention to red flags. They may not be nothing. It may just be something you need to just take a closer look at. But take a closer look at it and be honest. And if it's not right, move on. And don't waste your energy or time on someone. Don't get involved. Don't start to get involved with someone when you've got red flags and signs that it may not be something you want to pursue. So just be mindful of that. If you are in a relationship, and this card is coming up for you, Capricorns, again, pay attention to the red flags that something's not right. Or maybe if you're divorcing or breaking up, pay attention to red flags of, you know, are you seeing signs of the kids being distressed? Are you seeing signs of evidence that things aren't being fairly settled? If you're in a relationship, are you seeing red flags in terms of, finances, in terms of, things getting neglected around the house, or your relationship getting neglected. Maybe you are neglecting, but you at first didn't realize it was really impacting your partner, but now you see it is. Pay attention to the red flags. It's super important that you do so you can remedy the situation early on before it turns into a big issue. And finally, calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help you bring you together. So this tells me that for those who have met someone or have started seeing someone and you've got all those vibes, this is confirmation that this is a soulmate connection. And if you are already in a committed relationship, heal your personal issues, your family issues, so that way your soulmate relationship has the best chance to survive. And heal those family issues, single Capricorns, so that you have the best opportunities to meet someone and to be ready to fall in love with that person and to stay in love with that person. All right, my dears, much love. Many, many blessings to you. I wish you a very blessed and prosperous September. And I hope to hear from you on how your September is going, seeing how the reading manifested or unfolded for you. I'd love to hear from you. All right. Talk to you later, my dears. Bye. Hello, Aquarians. We are doing your September Life and Love Tarot and Oracle reading. It's a monthly reading that we are doing today. We're going to first take a look at the overall overarching energies surrounding Aquarians for the month of September. What's going on for September for our lovely Aquarian friends? Oh, I knew it. I could sense that. It's like that for a few of the signs. Okay. All right. So we're going to look at these cards first and go from there. So the first card that came up is creativity. Second card that came up is cleanse, and third card was awakening. Wow. Okay, Aquarian. So big month for you in September. There's quite a bit of creativity coming up and being born through you in the month of September. You are finding ways to be creative in life and love and how you attract abundance. You are feeling creative in ways of how you cleanse and purge this month. Many people are being called to do a lot of cleansing. Cleansing of their emotions, cleansing of their mental thoughts, cleansing of their physical bodies, having actual, cleanses and purging of too much stuff that they have, clutter around the home. Cleansing their house, cleansing their car, cleansing their workspace, cleansing their physical bodies, everything being cleansed. And as a result, it leads to such a powerful awakening for our Aquarian friends. Aquarians, you are going to have an awakened sense of self going into September and throughout the month of September. It's going to be a powerful time of creativity, purification, and awakening for you. Now let's get into the tarot. Spirit, we are looking at September, and the question we're asking first is, what will Aquarians be confronting in the month of September? What will Aquarians be confronting in September, or what do they need to confront in September? What tools will Aquarians be using in September? What tools should Aquarians be using in the month of September? What tools? Interesting. Any additional tools? All right, what's the outcome cards for Aquarians in the month of September? What will Aquarians be leaving behind in September and taking forward with them into October? So we're looking at what are they leaving behind and what are they taking with into October? What's the outcome cards of this month? Turn my music down. I don't want it captured in the video. Okay. I'm going to lay out all the cards and then do the reading. What do Aquarians need to surrender in the month of September in order to have a great month going forward? What do Aquarians need to surrender? Surrender your need to always be right. Surrender to what is. Surrender to the magic of who you are. Okay. All right, Aquarians, we got some stuff going on there. Let's take a look at abundance. So for the month of September, what's happening for Aquarians with abundance and what advice do you have? Ask for your needs to be met. Take a divinely guided chance. Oh, what's going on? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not understanding what's going on.
Okay, what's the energies for Aquarians and love for both single and coupled up Aquarians for the month of September? Y'all better get your dog. Sorry, guys. One day I'm going to have my own office space. For Aquarians, single and coupled for September, what's happening in love and what advice do you have from Spirit? Any other messages? Any other messages? I feel like you should. Okay. Any other messages? Okay. Yes, so we've got some cool messages here. It's going to be quite the reading as it was for all the other signs. Spirit had a lot to say to everyone this month. So I apologize if it feels for me sometimes I'm repeating myself, and so I may, repeat things or go on a reel because I'm just channeling what's coming through. All right, here we go. So what's happening in the month of September for Aquarians and what's to come and what you're confronting? We have the Three of Tomes or Three of Pentacles, which is, getting creative about working and taking a divinely guided chance and working co-creatively with spirit to manifest something. So when I think of the Three of Pentacles or Three of Tomes, I think of you as one tome. The other tome or other pentacle is spirit or, God or the universal connection. And then it is the manifestation itself. It is the creation itself. So this month will find you, Aquarians, being quite creative, creating many opportunities to have abundance into your life, to have creative outlets come into your life. And as a result, there's beautiful things happening. But it doesn't come without some concerns for you or some inner struggles that you have. And sometimes your negative thought patterns defeat you and make you feel like you don't have a chance to really succeed in the way that you wish to succeed. You have to be careful about that. You're not going to always hit, you got to be able to take a chance and be willing to take chances and be willing to take gambles in life. And that means you have to be willing to win and you have to be willing to lose. And sometimes, Aquarians, you're not willing to lose. You don't want to gamble, so you play it safe. And now is not the time for you to be playing it safe, Spirit is saying. It is not time. You are light workers, really. You're the light showers. You're the ones who show the rest of us how to be in this world, how to be humane in this world, how to be a jet setter and a trend setter, and how to go and be a blaze setter and get out there and do what it is that you set out to do. You teach others by doing that yourself. So you playing it small, and you have been playing it a little small for a while, is not serving anyone. It's not serving you because it's cramping your abundance. It's not serving you in terms of being able to really fully express who you are. And because you're not fully expressing who you are, the world suffers because they're not benefiting from the full expression of who you are. So with that being said, the surrender your need to always be right card is most fitting. It says, give others the gift of letting them be right. Be yielding, not rigid. Let's say that again. Let this be your mantra. Be yielding, not rigid this month. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationships. Some of you will actually be getting into little squabbles and conflicts. Some with relatives, some with spouses or significant others, some with coworkers and bosses. It won't be anything catastrophic, but it will be enough that you will have to call into question about being right all the time, needing to be right. You always have this sense of always needing to hit your mark and always needing to be right, where you just need to let that go. That can't always be the case. Okay, so that's that. And then we have that you will come to that realization by the midpoint of the month, where you have the Ace of Bells. The bells is the swords energy or the air energy. And that's like for your thoughts, your ideas, your the mental musings, the worries, the anxieties. But certainly ideas. And the aces are about new beginnings. So new beginnings and new ideas, new creative thoughts springing into action. And you also having new ideas about your own spirituality, your own cleansing, your own purification process. So you are on this quest to live that creative, thriving artist life, and so to help get you there, you are cleansing and you are having an awakening. Look at this. I mean, I just love this. So we have the Ace of Bells and then the Dreamer of Bells, which is traditionally the Page of Swords. So these together are telling me, wow, there's so many new ideas coming forth that all you need to do is ask for your needs to be met to have these ideas manifest into reality, and they will be so. The reason I say that is these cards as well as this card. This is the Creator of Candles. This is the Queen of Wands. Passions coming to fruition, you creating them, you making it a nurturing place for your passions to arrive. New job opportunities are coming for you in September. New opportunities to expand your business. New opportunities to connect with others on a business level, or on even a friendship level, or on both. You having an opportunity to have some spiritual clarity around your life and your situation. You having an awakening about where it is you want to go and what your life purpose is. You getting very clear about that in September. That is beautiful. You're having a new beginning and new thoughts, new ways of being, and it's quite powerful, and you should be so grateful for this month of September. There's a lot of change that's going to be happening, and it's going to sometimes feel a little much, but you are very strong, and you will be able to weather anything that comes as a result of bringing forth your dreams into reality. It may, there's going to be times when you're going to rail against what's trying to be birthed, because it's going to feel rough until you get to your complete manifestation. In the beginning of a manifestation, just like with giving birth, right? It starts off with just, a little speck of something, and then it grows and grows and grows and gestates, and it becomes this beautiful process of growth. And then just before it is birthed into the world, there is that tough moment of actually birthing it into the world. You will be going through that with the 10 of Bells, the 10 of Swords traditionally, where it's like, this is rough. I don't like how rough this is, just to birth a new idea. And I worry that I'm not going to be able to birth this idea. And you start getting into these negative thought patterns. You have to cleanse that. You have to cleanse those negative thought patterns. You have to cleanse your relationships with people around you who is not doing much with their lives. Don't spend too much energy with them. You have to focus on accomplishing your goals and your dreams and aspirations, and cleansing yourself of hanging out with them, cleansing yourself of bad habits, of procrastination that's tying your hands and keeping you filled with anxiety and worry about how things will come about to be. You will, start to want to purify and cleanse. Maybe you're wanting to lessen your drinking or your smoking. Maybe you want to let go of some of those things that are tying up your budget. All those coffee shop runs that are tying up your extra cash flow that you could be using towards your business, for example. These are the tools that I get a sense of that you are going to have to embrace a new beginning and just say, you know what, something needs to end in order for this new beginning to be birthed. And what am I willing to let go in my schedule or in my life that will make room for what's trying to be birthed here? And the 10 of Bells tells us that you will be at a point where you need to do that. And you also need to be at a point where you are forming some new habits, spending about 30 days this month, letting September be like, I think for everybody, it's a common theme over, at least across YouTube, where everybody's doing either self-love September or they're doing some sort of cleanse or purge. So be a part of that and allow that to help you form some powerful, good habits that are going to help you manifest your dreams first, and then also to release habits that are no longer serving you. You have the Chariot. The Chariot is, fast-moving energy towards success. So keep forging ahead. Keep doing that yang, moving forward energy. Yes, you want to be in a receptive mode always and be ready by cleansing and purging and being receptive to awakenings. But you also have work to do in terms of forging ahead with creativity, moving forth, taking off, making magic. You are magic, right? You are the magical unicorn here that's featured. Excuse my slurp of my tea. It says, surrender to the magic of who you are, Aquarius. We all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that comes from just being you. Okay, love that. Surrender to what is. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. And that peace will come instantaneously. It will be, once you surrender to what is, that's what the Chariot too. The Chariot doesn't waste time worrying about what was. The Chariot is running straight ahead, galloping straight ahead towards their goals. They don't worry about what it is. So stop fretting over that. I'm speaking to myself probably too. It is what it is. Your job is what your job is. So stop complaining. Your situation is what it is. So just surrender to where you're at so that now you can be in a place of empowerment and not in a place of victimhood. And then finally we have the Seven of Bells, which when I look at this, normally I look at this and I get Seven of Pentacles when I see this. But this is actually, when I look closely, it looks like someone had this dancer tied here. And I'm assuming that he's doing something good by, I almost need to look at the guy because this is not for me, a traditional depiction of the Seven of Bells or the Seven of Air. I'll just go with my intuition on the Seven of Air. This is speaking primarily to the artists and the healers and the tarot readers and of the group who are Aquarians, that don't just give away your services. Make sure that you are putting a value on your time and services, and that you have an exchange of energy between what you're giving, especially if you're in a service-oriented industry. And this is important if you're in a service-oriented industry. Of course, if you're selling products, just make sure that your price is set accordingly, that you are actually making a profit for yourself. And then if you're having a service, or you're selling a service or a healing session or a reading or whatever the case may be, don't sell yourself short. Don't self-sabotage yourself in your progress. Don't hurt yourself or spite yourself by doing something. Like, for example, maybe you were going to offer some sort of deal later down in the month for your services, but then you meanwhile are offering free services here, there, and everywhere. Well, you're shooting yourself in the foot by offering the free services at the same time you're also trying to sell the services, if that makes any sense. It's like, don't sabotage your own efforts, if that makes any sense. I'm not sure if it does, but that's what I'm called to say. And let's move for a moment to the abundance cards. It says, ask for your needs to be met. God and the angels can come to your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped. And it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how you ask God for help, but only that you do so. The same holds true with clearly asking other people to assist you. I like the meaning, ask for your needs to be met, to utter it out into the universe. But I slightly disagree with Doreen Virtue in that I think it does matter how you ask. Because let me tell you something. If you come to the table of asking God or asking the universe in a way of like just affirming more of what it is you don't want, then you're not really going to ever get what it is that you do want. For example, if you come to the table and you're stressed out, you're worrying about how you're going to pay your bills next month, you're not sure how you're going to do that, and you're like, God, I'm just so tired of not being able to pay my bills, can you help me? I I'm tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I just want my bills paid. I never have enough. When will I ever have enough? You see how that energy is different than this energy, which is, wow, Spirit, I affirm the abundance that I have right now. I am recognizing that I have this X amount of dollars. I have $5 to pay towards this bill. And hey, that's $5 more than I paid last month, which was $0. Now I'm paying this. I'm feeling more and more abundant each day. Every day I have many examples of how abundant I am, and I am grateful. Spirit, I ask that you that bring abundance to me, make it so that I pay my bills happily, effortlessly, just with, ease and grace. It's a different energy when you're asking in that energy, when you're not asking from like a negative place, but you're asking from a place of already having it. And when it even feels differently when I say it, when I'm actually uttering it out into the universe. So just think about that. Ask for your needs to be met, but be cognizant of how you're asking. If it's, got anything in it that you do not want to keep perpetuating in that affirmation or in that asking of Spirit of what it is you want, then you need to reframe it. Take a divinely guided chance. All positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar, but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. That is speaking also over here, right? Taking a divinely guided chance. Taking that, cleansing the way for new things to come in, to be creative in new ways. And so it's really a beautiful time of learning and growth for you as well as an awakening and an opportunity to really cleanse your life, and going into October feeling very cleansed and ready for the fall season. I really get a sense of that for you, Aquarians. Let's move into the outcome cards, and then we'll go into love to round it to conclude the reading. So here, I think it's all kind of tied to these areas, and with the outcome of what's happening and what you'll be taking forth into October or leaving behind. I get a sense you'll be leaving behind the Eight of Bells. The Eight of Swords, you see her, she's crying. She's got her eyes closed to what's happening around her. She doesn't want to see it, but if she doesn't want to see it, she's not really in an empowered place to really change or fix anything. So you're going to have to work through that and turn your back to that kind of thinking. And then you will, early on in the month, as you go forward, you'll learn that that's not really a healthy way of being. I need to surrender to what is. I need to surrender to always needing to be right. And you will. And you will leave behind that kind of energy in September and not take it forth into October, thankfully. You have the Hermit card, which finds you, going within, going further within than you did. You had some outgoing moments in August, but there were moments where you pulled into, and it was healthy and good for you to do so. So in September finds you needing to do that again in order to deal with your shadow side, in order to deal with those inner struggles and conflicts that you have, and also to get the insight on understanding that you need to surrender to what is and surrender to your need to always be right to help resolve some issues. You're not gonna, even if you are right, you don't always have to, announce it. So, but the hermit mode in your month of September will be what helps ground you and helps you to get clear thoughts and clear insights on how to come to that realization, how to realize how magical you are, that you can change your habits, you can advance quickly and successfully towards your goals, and that you can stop self-sabotaging what you're trying to accomplish here. That this is a realization and an awakening for you in the month of September. There's some beautiful things happening in love for Aquarius. for the month of September. We have the Explorer Vials, which is traditionally the Knight of Cups. So pursuing, emotional fulfillment and, going after what makes you feel good at times, sometimes, maybe not being the most careful in terms of, keeping your heart cared for, but nevertheless putting yourself out there, going out, dating. And it's great because, here we have the card that says it is safe for you to love. It says, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So for our single Aquarians, it is safe for you to love. If you've been hesitant about really diving back into the dating world after a breakup, now Spirit is saying it's okay. It's okay to pursue, and you will be pursuing this, and this will be carrying you forth into October, where you are actively opening up and, like magic, starting to see other people in a new light of wanting to date and pursue. And for some of you, you are actively pursuing, and that will take you forth on into October. And then love and the fulfillment of love and being a safe and nurturing place for love to grow is at hand for many Aquarians in the month of September, with the Creator of Vials, or traditionally the Queen of Cups. She signifies a manifestation of abundance and of love coming to you, an abundance of emotional fulfillment, of heart matters being balanced, and that is a safe place to grow love. And that it coincides right here with this card. So for those who are in relationships, Aquarius, this is also saying that maybe you guys had some lovers' quarrels or spats. But this relationship is saying, it's still safe for you to be, vulnerable in this relationship. Maybe it didn't feel so safe in the beginning of the month or when you had the squabble, but nevertheless, that's just helping you all get to know each other more, and that's important in the relationship. Next to that, it says give your relationship a chance. So if you needed any more confirmation, work on your partnership, okay? So work on your partnership, Aquarians. This is super vital for you in the month of September, and your partner needs this. So for my coupled up Aquarians, maintain your playfulness to recapture romance. Allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. I challenge you that, at least once or twice a week, be the fun partner in the relationship. Be the one who comes up with the date idea. Be the one who makes the jokes. Be the one who says, hey, let's go for a walk around the block and let's, just chat, and be the spontaneous one. And it will pay off so big in your relationship, Aquarians. I tell you, it will pay off in huge dividends. And if you, are just starting out in a relationship, you're not sure if it's going to, if it's really worthwhile to pursue or not, Spirit is saying, no, this is a relationship you should consider pursuing. You should give this relationship a chance. It is safe for you to open up and love, and to be loved by this person, and to maintain playfulness in the early dating phases. Don't get so serious too fast, too soon, Aquarians. Even if the person is trying to move fast, you have to be the one to pace the relationship, and pace it at a space and a pace that is slow enough that you guys get to know each other, but that you also have a little air of mystery and a little desire happening. I can't emphasize that enough. And you want to keep it light and fun. Keep dating light and fun. All right, my lovelies, it's been such a pleasure doing this reading for you, Aquarians. I wish you a very blessed and prosperous September, a very loving September. September in the comments box below, and yeah, much love. See you all next month. Bye. Hello, Pisces. We are doing your September life, love, and Abundance Tarot and Oracle reading for the good month of September. So let's just dive right on in and get started. We're looking at the overall overarching energies for the month of September for our Pisces friends. What's happening for Pisces? Okay. Okay, so for the month of September for Pisces, passions in both ambitions and desires and goals and being driven, that kind of passion, and love kind of passion, I get a sense, will be on your mind and be in your heart space in September. So keep a lookout for that. There's some old conflicts, maybe internal conflicts with yourself, struggles that you've had in the past with others, with a spouse or a significant other or an ex or family members. Old conflicts are coming up to the forefront of having to be reconciled and dealt with. But there's healing at hand in the present day. This tells me that, yeah, there may be some old things stirring up, some old conflicts dusting up, but that there's healing to be had once and for all with this situation in your life. So let's go ahead and take a look at the other cards. We're going to lay those out and then do the reading as a whole and in its entirety once I lay out all the cards. But I always like to start off with my lovely Dear Heart Oracle. Now we're going to look at the tarot, and we're asking Spirit for September for Pisces. What will Pisces be confronting in the month of September? What's coming at them, or what will they be confronting, or what should they be confronting in the month of September? Okay. Trying to make sure I get everything in there. Okay. What tools will Pisces be utilizing in the month of September? What tools will Pisces be using, or should they be using, or can they use? Any other tools for Pisces for September? Finally, the outcome cards for September for Pisces in life, love, and abundance. What's happening? What's the outcome cards? What will Pisces be leaving behind in September and taking forward with them into October? Oh, that's too many. Once. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, let's see. Okay. All right. What do Pisces need to surrender in September? What will they be surrendering in September for Pisces? Okay, nice. In abundance for Pisces for the month of September, what's happening? How can they come? And what advice do you have for them to cultivate more abundance into their life? Okay. Do the work. This has been a common card. I have shuffled this. I've shuffled this deck so many times between each reading, and I want to say almost every single reading this card came up, because this is a big theme for everyone. It's a big energy for everyone in the month of September. So I thought that's quite interesting. And this one came up a few times. No more complaining. All right. And then finally, love for both our single and coupled up Pisces. What's happening in September, and what advice do you have, Spirit? Oh, clumsy tonight. Okay. Oh, wow. I love when this happens. It just makes me so happy in my life. The little coinkydinks that happen. I don't really believe in coincidences, so, you know, truth be told. But I know that this is not an accident. So, quite another big spread. All the spreads for all the signs this month have all been big. All big messages that Spirit had to say to everyone. And I love that, because, hey, I'm the messenger and I want to pass on the good message. All right, let's get started. So, what will our lovely Pisces folks who are watching this video be confronting? Well, in the month of September, you have the Eight of Vials, or the Eight of Cups. And this is where you see this person, they're outside of what appears to be a party going on, maybe some drinking happening up in there. They're really big kicking it. But this person is like not fulfilled by this situation anymore. It's not fulfilling. It's not sustainable. It's not cool. It's like, it is actually depleting. To be around this situation is depleting this person versus fulfilling this person. And so this person is at a point where they need to walk away and get to higher ground to feel better. And so at the start of the month, you're kind of feeling that way. You're like, there's got to be more to life than this. I need to walk and get to higher ground. You know, maybe I've been looking at like love all wrong. I've been closed off, but maybe it's time to be more open to it, to embrace it. Perhaps it's a job situation for some of you. It's time to maybe consider walking away. You've been thinking about it, and this card kind of comes as confirmation that, yeah, this is the next kind of movement and direction. This person's actually has left the party. And so when you see the Eight of Vials or the Eight of Cups come up, typically it's someone who's already in the throes of leaving. Someone it could mean someone about to leave for sure. But I get a sense this is someone who's already, if they haven't already physically started leaving, they've energetically have started to leave the party, so to speak. So that's what's happening for you. And it makes way, though, towards the mid to end of the month for the Mystic of Vials, the King of Cups. It makes way for some emotional fulfillment, some opening of emotions, some feeling safe to open up your emotions, to date again if you're single, to feel safe around your partner, to have emotional fulfillment in the relationship that you're in, to have emotional fulfillment even if you're single in the place that you're at, in the relationships that you currently have. And they may not be the you know, the romantic or physical kind of relationship, it's nevertheless fulfilling for you. Your life is in a place of fulfillment. But initially, there's some inner conflicts, some inner things going on inside of you in the month of September. But it's also counterbalanced with passion. I love this. There's a lot of mention of passion. And like I said in the very beginning of the reading, not just, so passions like ambitions and goals, but also passions in terms of love life. And so we have the Explorer of Candles. Candles represents wands. And guess what wands energy represents? That's right, passion. You know, that desire, that drive, that pursuit. And the Explorer, which is typically the knight in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith tarot, the Explorer is about forging ahead, going out, seeking what you're passionate about. You're seeing that other people are living out their passions and you want in on some of that action too. So Pisces, you're like, I too am going to start living out my passions. I'm going to see what stirs my soul. I'm going to go after it. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the work. I'm going to start that blog, start that vlog. I am going to open up that little side business. I am going to create that website. I am going to create that product, create that service. I am going to now do the work. We've got a couple of cards that we're going to talk about. Let's first talk about you in the passion realm of pursuing your ambitions throughout the month of September. Let's first talk about it in that way. Then we'll talk about in the love way. So do the work, Pisces. Let me pull my card up here. Ties in with the Explorer of Candles. It says, it's not enough to dream or pray. You've also got to take the positive action steps that you are being divinely guided to take. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. And so these cards are confirmation that A, you need to do that. It would be by the midpoint of the month and throughout to the end, you'll get that. You'll know it and you'll do it, and you'll do it well, as you always do, Pisces. You always rise to the occasion for sure. There's, you know, this is just confirmation that if you already know what you're passionate about, that you are now taking those steps and doing the work to get to the next step in your elevation in your life. Let's see what else. Let's see. Do the work. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about, well, I wanted to talk about love, but I'll circle back to love in just a moment. Let's talk, because I kind of want to stick to the passion theme. Let's talk about the Five of Tomes for a moment. So in September, you're going to feel the pinch of an unexpected bill that comes up that throws your budget off, or, you know, or perhaps something comes up that you just, maybe you were dreading and it's finally here and you have to deal with, and you're just feeling like you're always outside looking and you're always seeing how other people are getting ahead, or at least it appears that way. And you always feel like you're the one outside having to burn your books. But there's a library over there. There is a warm library that you can go in and that you don't need to actually burn your books. You can actually relish and enjoy what you have in the warmth by just shifting your perspective and taking a look around you and seeing what really is available. And sometimes how that happens, what you need to be really doing is, instead of spending, like this Five of Tomes gal is doing, it's time to start saving. Let's look at that. As you consistently save for your future, Pisces, your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. So this card is saying, you know what? Yeah, you're going to be feeling a little bit down, a little bit like, hey, you can't go on this trip, or you can't do that, or you just feel limited. That's what the Five of Tomes feels to me. Limited, barren, like you're not able to have something that you want, but you can. Spirit is saying you may not be able to have it right now, but you can have it, and you can have it by savings. You should be saving anyway, Pisces. Savings is the key. It'll help you heal in your financial house and in your spiritual house. No more complaining. No, and that comes also with the Five of Tomes, complaining about what you don't have, which guess what? More complaining gets more of this vibration. Complaints are affirmations of victimhood, which is never true spiritually. Take back your God-given power by affirming that you have an abundance of choices and freedom. With your increased confidence and assertiveness, watch these positive affirmations blossom into reality. So your homework this month, Pisces, is to work on savings. Well, first getting clear on pursuing what you're passionate about. Figuring out 1 or 2 things that you could do to really stir your soul and get to it. Do something 5 minutes per day starting out and increase it over time till it just becomes effortless like breathing to you. Save, that's number 2. You need to save. I don't care if you start saving $1 a day. I don't care what it takes. Start saving. And then finally, number 3, no more complaining. Your homework is to, for every time you complain, give yourself $1 for your savings account, or give yourself a quarter or whatever. Or even better, for every time you complain, find an affirmation to root out that complaint so you can replace that negative thought with a positive affirmation. Okay, so now let's talk about love for a moment. And I get a sense that there's some Pisces who are watching this who have had heartbreak in their past relationships, and also heartbreak currently in their current relationship and even in their marriage. And it causes conflict with your partner if you're in a relationship, and if you're not in a relationship, or if you're just about to be out of a relationship, it causes conflict with yourself. In terms of really feeling secure, like you could really be able to trust yourself to find a partner to be with. And of course, conflicts with others because you're not really in a happy place in terms of love. So September finds you in the beginning like, it would be nice to be able to have someone to spend time with if you're single. And so Spirit is saying, hey, a couple of things here about passion in your life. It's ready to come into your life if you're ready to receive it. You have to be ready to receive it, though. And here we have the 4 of Vials. We have the 4 of Cups. The Cups is about the emotions and the heart space stuff. You know, the 4 of Vials sometimes is looking at what other people have and longing for what they have and not really appreciating what's before you or what you have. These beautiful vials in front of her, but she's too busy looking outside than to look at what's before her. And that could be, you know, for those who are in a relationship, maybe you've forgotten how to be the passionate partner, how to be the bringer of the love and the passion. You've started getting into a cycle, especially this is for my coupled up Pisces. You've gotten into a cycle where you've been kind of expecting your partner to carry the weight of bringing the romance when in fact you too have an obligation to do the same. Here, let's take a look at some of the cards dealing with love. We have surrender to your intuition. Tune into your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. This also speaks to the other kind of passion that's coming to you. Your intuition will guide you and will signify or signal to you what it is that really will stir your soul and that you need to work on. And you will be intuitively guided every step of the way on your path. Spirit wants you to engage in doing what you love to do, because when you do that, you service the world by doing that. You show the world how they too can have that, and most importantly, you're giving a gift that people can receive, and then they can then impart, or return the energetic vibration to you by giving you monies or giving you a service back, So it's very important to listen to your intuition next month in terms of your passions and following your heart. Surrender your fear of intimacy. You are ready to let love in. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. And so this I really get a sense of with the Four of Vials. This is in the tools position. So it's saying, hey, Pisces, come back to being grateful for where you are at in your life right now. Even if you're single and there's no prospects, be grateful for that. You're now at a place where you are starting to open up and be ready and secure for love to come in. So be grateful, like this creator of candles is. The creator of candles is traditionally the Queen of Wands. Again, another passion card that's here. And the creator is about co-creating with spirit, bringing about what's passionate in our lives, and being the one who ushers it in, saying, you know what? I am the true bearer of my fate. No one else has that responsibility but me. I create the passion that comes up. I create the openings and the space and the safe space for my dreams to come and play, for my relationships to come and flourish. So I do that. And so we have here the Express Your Love card. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So for those Pisces who are thinking about getting back into the relationship world again, this is confirmation that yes, this is definitely a time and you're definitely okay to proceed. The Four of Vials tells me you're okay to proceed. You're starting to get a little bored, a little stagnant with life, and love would intimacy and love coming in would definitely spice that up for you. The engagement card sitting next to the Express Your Love card also confirms that for me. An engagement obviously can mean a literal engagement for some of you this month. Some of you, congratulations, will be getting engaged, while others will be having just a deepening or heightened level or what do they call it? Up leveling in your relationship, going to the next step. For some of you, moving in together. For some of you, being committed and not dating others. For some of you, it literally is an engagement. And so that's exciting. But for many of you who are single with no one around yet, this is saying, hey, you're engaging with the universe. You're engaging with spirit and saying, I'm open now. I've worked on those inner conflicts this month. It was challenging in the beginning, but towards the end, I worked on that. I worked on it with my financial house. I'm realizing some things. I got to do the work to figure out what it is that really is my true source of abundance, so I can tap into that flow, start saving, no more complaining, and really receive the abundance I'm trying to receive. So then guess what? We've got passion yet again, Pisces. You seeing a common theme here, Pisces? Following those passions? I see a common theme. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Again, if you're dating or just about to start entering the dating world, enter it with a passionate heart, with a fun heart. People vibe off of that, and they are attracted to that. If you have any ounce of desperation or just really wanting to be in a relationship and just not really being comfortable in your own skin, people pick up on that. Be passionate about your life. Be passionate about who you are. Be passionate about where you are in your journey. And guess what? The people that you're trying to attract will pick up on that. This is for also this card for my coupled up ones. Again, you need to be the one to also usher in the passion. But this also signifies that as you are more lovable and passionate and, vivacious, that attracts your partner to do the same, and there's some healing that comes. Maybe you guys had a lover spat at the beginning of September or at the end of October. There's healing to be had. There's a softening and intimacy being restored back into your relationship. As a result of that conflict, there is now a stair step into, now you guys now know how to better communicate. Now you know how to better relate to one another. And then finally, there are some, again, this is signifying that, yeah, you are definitely on the path to getting married. Some of you, this is a healing in your marriage, a healing in your relationship, which is awesome. Yay. There's a healing in your progress to relationships. There is also some of you, congratulations, actually getting married, like in the month of September. So wow, that's awesome. All of these cards signify that too. I mean, you've got express your love, engagement, passion, and wedding. Like, so really some beautiful things happening in terms of passion for both drive and ambition, and as far as like passion, lust, and those kind of feelings for the Pisces folks. Now let's look at the outcome cards down here in the tarot. So what's happening? What is going on with my, let me make sure that, I don't know why it's turned that way. Oh, sorry guys. I was trying to do something with the camera so I wouldn't have to record this over again. And what I mean by record this over again, to have to do the whole reading over again. I'm not going to do that because I'm so inspired by your reading right now. So in terms of what you have going on, you have the Mystic of Bells, which is traditionally the King of Swords. So you, at the end of this, you are championing over the feeling like there's something lacking in your life. And you are actually saying, you know what? I am the champion of my thoughts. I am the leader of my life, the master of my fate. And I am like the King of Swords. I am taking direct action and I'm taking charge of my thoughts. And I'm not going to feel like this anymore. You can find yourself feeling like this, the Eight of Cups in the beginning of the month. Four of Vials, things are getting better, but you know, it's still in. But then by the end of the month, and what you carry forth into October is the Mystic of Bells, which is exciting. And then we have next to it, we have the Five of Vials. So it doesn't come without a little bit of heartbreak for sure. You know, where you feel like, oh, I do all this work. It's an ebb and flow with this thing, with this process. Is it going to be perfect? Are you going to always feel happy-go-lucky and feeling great about your love life and great about your life? No, and this card confirms that. But you'll get over it with some rest and respite from the world and pulling within and going within and just really resting your mind, heart, and body and spirit. You'll come out on the other side with the understanding that, you know, there's seasons with this. There may be some heartbreak that happens for some of you who are dating. You know, you find out something about someone and, but you aren't able, you know, as far as the relationship goes, it may not be over. Maybe there's some things to salvage about it. But all you can focus on at this point is the fact that they've disappointed you. And yet again, it's another disappointment. And you're tired of being disappointed. But that's a part of the whole dating journey, my friends. And it's still, you still, throughout all that, have to surrender your fear of intimacy. That is your medicine and your work this month. Regardless of, even if you get a little hurt, you have to be vulnerable in order to get to an authentic relationship. And so in September, it's going to find you getting some rest, pulling within, sleeping. Sleeping is good medicine of feeling better. Meditating, really just pondering and taking a step back and really looking at where do you need to heal. And sleep, of course, definitely provides some healing. So some of you will be getting a lot of napping in, literally some sleep and rest, while others will be meditating, and some others will just be having moments of stillness in the month of September where you normally don't get an opportunity for that you will get some opportunities in September to do so. And that will help you as you go into October. Also, what's going to help you as you go into October is the Chariot card. The Chariot is telling us that you're going to have success in love and success in, I can't even talk, success in sex, hey, success in life and abundance. And it's going to be fast moving. At first, you're going to feel like in the beginning of the month, nothing is happening. But by the end of the, probably the 20th on forward into going into October, things are going to rapidly move forward. And you're going to be like, wow, my passions are really blossoming things quickly. Relationships are popping off. Dating opportunities are happening. Things are happening. Oh, and I forgot to mention about, let's go circle back up here for a moment with the tools. We have the 10 of Tomes. You have to remember that you are an abundant being, that you have abundant, you are so abundant. It may not feel like that in those moments when you're down to pennies to your account. But look at everything else. Do you have a roof over your head? Do you have heat? Do you have, if you live in a place that needs air conditioning, do you have that? Do you have a car? Do you have a job? Do you have food? If you do, and yeah, you're going to have a lot in your savings account right now, you will as you start to save. You will as you start to shift your thinking and become a master of your thoughts and stop letting your thoughts run you. So you will be okay. And then in terms of the Explorer of Bells, real clarity of thought of things and affirmation creations and pursuing and new ideas and just, cutting through BS and cutting through worry and strife and anxieties. And sometimes you may end up hurting some people's feelings as you cut through the BS and you're shaving away what you don't need and what doesn't work. And you're cutting sometimes and not complaining, you're doing things, and that ticks people off because as opposed to complaining, now you're just taking action. And sometimes that action may be cutting someone off and saying no more, but that's okay. You're moving forward. Moving forward, my dears. All right. Well, Pisces, I could go on your reading, but I won't. I will leave you with this. You are very much an abundant being and very much a being of love. And so you just have to affirm that. I know sometimes it gets tough, but this is all setting you up so you can live your best life yet. So just remember that, okay? It may feel painful at times, but again, this is all in helping you get closer to the life you're truly trying to lead. So what your work is to make sure of is to make sure you know what kind of life you wish to lead. Because if you don't, then you're going to be haphazardly manifesting, and that's no fun. All right, my dears, much love, many blessings. Have a very blessed and loved